Once there was a kid at the age of 14. The kid's name was Thunder Rains. Thunder Rains lived in a condo. He went to a nearby school in which he had two best friends. One of their names was Alan and the other's name was Norden. Or there they used to play tag with a big group. They would usually play freeze tag. Their teacher was Miss Moore. The place had 800 children. The grade 6s and 7s were having recess one day. When Thunder, Alan, and Norden were playing tag with 8 other kids during recess, they heard gunshots from a distance, and the teacher were blowing their bells. The doors were all locked. There was nowhere else to go. Someone near Thunder suddenly got shot and fell to the floor. Then, when he looked to his left, men were going down the field running on horses. They were all masked men with big rifles. They were putting ropes around people, shooting down kids and teachers. Everyone was screaming.
"What do you want?" yelled the
Thunder as the masked people tied him at the rope, and they tied everyone around him, all his friends too. Everyone had surrendered, including Thunder. "There he is," said the main boss, pointing at Thunder. "Thunder, what do you want from him?" cried the principal. "Thunder, who are your best friends?" said the masked boss. Thunder said, "It's Alan and Norden." So the masked boss went
to Alan,
and Thunder did not know what would happen. "No!"
screamed Norden,
and the principal and Thunder and 50 other students alongside them. He then proceeded to pull out a big knife. "Sorry guys for surrendering," said
Alan.
The boss then went on and stabbed Alan in the stomach. "Alan!" cried Thunder. And everyone was screaming, and Thunder began to bawl and cry, yelling, "Alan, why would you kill him?" as Alan fell to the floor. After that, everything was just a blur. Suddenly, when Thunder woke up, he was locked up in a carriage. There were 30 other people from other schools all around him. They were all locked up. Thunder was furious, though. There was an Asian man tied right beside him. The man came from a different school. Thunder asked his name. "My name is Chang Louis," said the Asian man. He also came from a school called I China Academy. The army of bad people came and gave everyone a place of bread. Then one of the soldiers gave one big bottle of water. One person put it all equal to 20 cups. Thunder asked, "Who are you? How do you put it all into equivalent cups?" The person said, "My name is Jin Hawk." After everything that happens, while Thunder Rains was still locked in the carriage, he remembered Norden getting stabbed and thought if he was still alive. Jin told Thunder that he came from a different province, where he went to a different school. It was a religious academy. "Now it's time," said Chang Louis. "Time for what?" asked Thunder. Then Chang Louis took a knife out of his pocket and stabbed himself in the neck. "No!" cried Thunder and Jin. And Elsie, she was someone that also went there to their school. Everyone woke up. "What happened?" they cried. "Chang did suicide," said Jin. Then the masked people came in. "Everyone get out! We reached our destination," they said. So they all were forced out. They all came out of the carriage and were dragged out. "Welcome to the dark forest," said the masked boss, whose name is DJ. They were all tied up. "Don't welcome us to your nasty lands. You will be killed when your face is revealed," said a teenager kid. Then the masked boss took out his own gun and shot the kid in his head. "Ah!" cried everyone. Panic spread. "We will not participate in any of your games," said Thunder. "Oh, but you guys will all be killed and one team will stay alive," said the boss and the gangsters with the masks on. "Then I'd rather die," said Jin. "Okay," said the mask boss. One of the bad villains, the people gangster with the mask, took out a sword and put it on General Hawk's neck. Thunder threw a rock at the man's head. One of the person said, "How dare you?" and tried to attack Thunder. The mask boss said, "Stop right there." "We shall start now," said the mask boss. "In the first game, we will solve a Rubik's Cube for 10 minutes. "Are you kidding?" said Elsie. Thunder, Jin, and Elsie were all in one group. After 10 minutes, they finished. Then they saw one group struggling. The mask boss shot all the kids that didn't solve it. Everyone was scared other than Jin's group. "We shall take revenge. The next game is tomorrow," said the masked boss. DJ, "Take them to their cabins," said the boss. All the people in black uniforms and gang masks took them out. They were living in tents. The night Thunder had a dream. He was drowning in water. Then someone saved him. It was Alan, his friend. When Thunder woke up the next day, they were all dragged out again. The next game was starting. They were all lined up. They started with tossing apples in a bucket. And GJ said, the masked boss, I promise, whoever fails shall be killed, said the masked boss. Ha 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 ha. Then the masked boss said, my name is GJ. What's it stand for? Said someone asked. None of your business, said GJ. I'm about to reveal my own boss. His name is Saliva. Then someone with long curly hair and an eye patch came. The game shall start now. They started throwing for 10 minutes. Thunder's team got 6 in 5 minutes. The goal was 10. Thunder remembered his grandparents teaching him when he was little. They had 4 minutes left. Jin got in 2, and finally after 2 minutes, Elsie got in 2 more. They finished 10. After 10 minutes, the game finished. 4 kids had failed. This time I will kill, not you, GJ, said Saliva. The kids gulped. Please don't kill us, said one of the kids. Saliva was drinking animal blood. He dumped it on the kid's head. Then he took out a hatchet and killed all the 4 kids. Meanwhile, at the school, normal school days had returned. Finally, after the conflict, things had calmed down. There were guards outside the school. All recess were indoor now. Meanwhile, at the Dork Forest Castle, Saliva sat on the throne. GJ, he barked. Tomorrow we shall do another game and kill Thunder Reigns. Yes, boss, said the masked boss, said GJ. Meanwhile, in the tent, an Asian man was tied up as a slave player. Who are you? Asked Thunder. My name is Kim, said the man. They killed all my people. I have no one left. He showed Thunder a bird that's trained for sending messages. Can I use it? He asked Thunder. Sure, said Kim. Thunder wrote a message to his friend Alan at school. He also wrote about telling the same thing to his family as home. Sent the bird. Meanwhile, Kim sent the bird. At the dark castle, Saliva and GJ were drunk. Shoot this arrow at Thunder even if he passes the game, said Saliva. Yes, boss, said everyone. They were all preparing for the next game. The next day had started, and the game contained shooting. The game was gonna be a dodge the arrow game. It was in a field. We will go out of here soon, said Thunder to his friend Jin. Meanwhile,
Norden's house.
he saw a bird on the grass outside. It must be hurt, he thought. He went out and picked it up. Under his feet laid a message. What's this, he thought. On the message it said, Dear Alan and friends, please help me. I'm still alive. That I'm fighting death. We're in the dark forest with hundreds of kids, remember?
You can break something for free, but you can't buy something for free.
I feel like everyone forgot about me. From Thunder, Alan rolled up the paper and went on his bike to the Reigns family's house. Meanwhile, in the dark forest, 15 kids got shot. 2 had already died. Thunder, his friend Jin, and Elsie were running, with Kim also behind them. They made shields with log, this time not GJ, but Saliva was following. Thunder with the poison arrow. Just then, an explosion happened in front of them. 3 kids died. He looked behind it and Kim was missing. Kim! He yelled. Then an arrow came and shot Jin's arm. Jin, are you okay? Thunder asked as Jin screamed in pain. Jin said yes. More arrows came and they dodged it with their wooden shields. They ran in further. Meanwhile, at home, the Reigns parents got the good news of him alive. Then they reported it to the police. The search party came. The chief's name was Critter and he was a cat. It was from the rescue truck search party. Hey Critter, how's it going? Said Dad. Please find our Thunder, said Mom. We'll try our best. They all hopped into the helicopter and there stood Critter's owner, Whitebeard. Just call me Whitebeard. Okay then. Whitebeard was an old man between his 60s and 70s. He had a white beard and white skin. He had large blue eyes. Meanwhile, Thunder's group ran. Although there was 20 other kids left, then an arrow came and Thunder dodged it. Then all 3 stopped in their tracks. Kim, their friend who was with them in the camp, was tied up. In front stood GJ. His mouth was taped as though he wanted to say something like is what he was saying. Kim! Yelled Thunder. He took 1 step forward and without warning, GJ stabbed him in the chest. No! Yelled GJ, Jen, and Elsie. Idiot, said Thunder. Thunder took a dart and whipped it at GJ's chest. Ha ha ha! He threw a smoke bomb and then suddenly disappeared. GJ! Yelled Thunder angrily, but he had gone away. Down lay Kim's dead body, unfortunately. They all cried over it. Shh, came a voice. Then an arrow came and shot Thunder in the chest. Thunder, you okay? Asked Jin. I'm okay, he said, and they took the dart off, but it was slightly into his chest. Then he suddenly collapsed. Saliva came out of the bushes.
In the helicopter.
According to my calculations, we go there, said Critter.
Not asking yours, I'm asking the computers.
Said Whitebeard. I mean, this is happening right now in the rescue truck helicopter. I hope we're close, said Mr. Rains, who is also good at search party. Then they heard clanging sounds. They were all tied. Then Saliva had the magic sword on Thunder's neck. Thunder, it seems you're still alive, said Saliva, but not for long. Before he knew it, the sword raised. Then gun bullets suddenly came and shot Saliva's shoulder blade. Ouch! Then the entire army died. All the gangsters were getting shot around them. You know, there was only like 12 or 15. And the sword lay there right in front of Thunder's eyes. This was a chance, he thought. Can I finally kill the one who killed the innocents? Can I
And take Alan's revenge.
He grabbed the sword. Then Saliva kicked Thunder down on the floor. You have no chance. But Thunder didn't give up this time. He stabbed Saliva's foot. He yelled in pain and went to his knees. He then hit a rock at Thunder, but Thunder stood up. I must take revenge. You will never make it to the next game. After killing all those you thought you would survive, no, I will kill you and show the world. That is when Thunder took the sword, spun around, and slashed Saliva, and blood was everywhere on the floor, and Saliva had died. As they all began to celebrate, a helicopter roamed above them, and down came the rope. Thunder and his friend Elsie and Jinilhawk climbed up, also emotional because of their close friend's death and Kim's death, and seeing all the horror that struck. But they successfully were the last group that survived, despite them being targeted at the end. Showed how corrupt these gangs are, and violent and nasty. They luckily survived. Although GJ got away, they went up and they met their parents as they hugged each other emotionally and reunited with each other. Whitebeard also hugged Thunder, as he is the commander of the rescue truck, and even Critter did. Whitebeard and Critter were able to locate Thunder successfully, as they're the best rescue truck people. They safely made it home. The end.